I'll play the game with the cards that were dealt to me. Point number 2, confidence comes from evidence, comes from you achieving so many things that Allahumma barik prove that you are someone worthy of having confidence. And the lesson to learn here is that we are all dealt different cards when you're born. You have this country, this family, this background, and you don't really have a choice and a say on what those cards are, but what you have a say on is how you play the game. And instead of making excuses and contemplating your cards and keep saying, oh, I have these bad cards and I have this family and this is not easy for me and this guy has it easier than me, instead what you can do is say, look, this is what I have. I'll make the most out of what I have and I'll figure things out. And you have so many stories from people who pulled off the underdog story, going from nothing to actually becoming successful. And they were so successful because instead of making excuses, they said, look, these guys have different cards. I have different cards. I won't look at what they have. I won't make excuses. I thank Allah for the cards that I was given and I'll just figure things out with what I have. I'll play the game with the cards that were dealt to me. Point number 2, confidence comes from evidence, comes from you achieving so many things that Allahumma barik prove that you are someone worthy of having confidence. If you currently feel like you're not confident, people look at you a certain way, you don't really have your own thing, your own spine, I'm sorry to break it down to you, it's normal. This is a normal reaction from your body because you don't have any evidence that would give you that confidence. What do you want to be confident for? Where do you think it would come from? And to prove a point, let me just ask you this. If we added $1 million to your bank account, 60 hizbs worth of Quranic learning to your memory, and also gave you a six-pack, would you really think you still wouldn't be confident? Or do you think you'd feel better? If you have evidence, you are successful at business, you learn the Quran by heart, and you're physically in shape, you'll feel more confident. Would you really still not feel confident? Or would you start to feel a little better? And this doesn't come from what you have inside. It doesn't come from emotions or what people say about you. It comes from the evidence that you have. Because people can always talk you down, but they can never argue against evidence. If you're rich, you're rich. If you have it, you have it. You can't argue about that. If you're in shape, you're in shape. No one can argue about that. And this is what gives you unshakable confidence.